Yo, 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 chat. What's up, guys? We back. Oh, dude. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Dude, that's where my head's at. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Yeah, man. I'm all messed up, dude. I still feel like crap. We're gonna try to push today, though. I literally have been doing nothing but sleeping. So I'm just a hot mess, dude. I'm a mess, even more than usual, man. So I don't know. We'll try to push and see what we can get done today, though. I need to get some gaming done, man. We definitely haven't been getting enough gaming done in this channel, and as of late, with all the holiday stuff, and then getting our schedule done, and then now me getting sick and not gaming yesterday, we got to get some gaming done. So I'm gonna push. We'll try to do the best we can today. That's the jam. That's the plan, anyways, man. All right, it's good to see you guys. Hope everybody's ready to rock. Let's do it. We're gonna do the video gaming news for today, January 9th, and then we will do day 28 of our playthrough of it is day 28, right? Let's ensure this, dude. I'm so messed up right now, but yeah, day 28, 29, psych. Day 29 of Breath of the Wild. Man, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just all discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? Day 29 of Breath of the Wild playthrough. All right, so we'll keep pushing on quests. We made a lot of progress the other day, and we'll keep doing it. I'm going to try to get Breath of the Wild finished within the next week and get ready to move on to the forest. Cool? That's the play, man. That is our jam. So let's do it. Let's get over here and see what's going on with the news. First of all, this is what we're listening to this morning. Crypto the Necro Dancer. If you're enjoying the music, go check it out. It's a cool RPG adventure centered around rhythm-based mechanics. Okay, so check out the game. The soundtrack is great. It's got a lot of different remixes and stuff. This is just the bass soundtrack, which is like 43 songs, something like that. And then you get a whole bunch of different like remixes and stuff like that go along with it. It's a lot of music. So if you're enjoying the music, go check it out. Cool. Got it. Let's go. Let's see what's going on in the news, man. Let's go. Giant laptops are dominating the future of gaming. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know that I believe that is where gaming is going. I mean, laptops have been a great thing for gamers in the mobile space for a long time. But I think that we're actually moving away from laptops as being the focal point of a lot of mobile gaming. With how good mobile technology, small tech hardware is getting, we see with like the Steam Deck, especially things like that. I think handheld devices are really going to become the prominent thing in the gaming space moving forward. Not that laptops won't still be a huge part of it moving forward, but I think anybody that is primarily focused on, a gaming device, I really think that the future of gaming for on-the-go gaming is going to really pivot hard, which we've already seen a big part of, into handheld devices, not lugging around laptops, even though laptops are becoming, easier to use. It's still a matter of getting the laptop out, setting it up, and you know all that stuff. Whereas usually something like a Steam Deck, an actual handheld device, is much more intuitive. It's a lot easier. So I don't know. We'll see. I really think that the market's gonna, and I think gamers as a whole are gonna find handheld devices to be an easier way to go about it. But everybody's situation is different, right? So some people are gonna gravitate more towards like a more of a handheld type situation, and others are still going to gravitate more towards maybe a laptop situation for on the go gaming, depending on what your specific situation is, right? Mm. No Man's Sky creator makes first game free for everyone. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, let's we'll hit on this real quick. We've talked a lot about this. We knew that this was coming. If it hasn't already happened, what was the date? I think the date is like right around right now, if not like a week from now, something like that. But it's very very soon if it hasn't already happened. Google Stadia is shutting down the service. So let's take a look at that. We've talked enough about this lately. If you're not aware, there are roughly five games under the what is it? So we've got Hasbro, the subsidiary underneath them, which is like um, all the Magic the Gathering stuff, and the main developer under them, which has other small developers. Basically, what is that? Golly, dude, I am just so brain fogged right now. Wizards of the Coast, right? Wizards of the Coast. Apologize. They basically had been noted as scrapping about five different games. One of those, there's been some contradictions there from that development studio, but there's definitely some good information there about some of these games getting scrapped, and I don't know. I would hope that what's happening is most of the time large development studios scrap an amount of development projects. It happens. They get turned into other projects. They scrap projects they don't see as being worthwhile in the long run to put the resources into other projects that they do see as worthwhile moving forward. That's the way or development studios work. That's the way things usually roll. So, I mean, what we would hope we're seeing here is that from Wizards of the Coast and their studios underneath them, that they're doing some lessons learned here. They have had some very very subpar releases over the past probably 4 to 5 years. And hopefully they're having some lessons learned here. And they are just scrapping some titles that they had started working on that didn't seem to be all that good right now. So they're probably just being like, it's time to be done with these. Let's spread our resources across some of these other projects that are going to still be something for us moving forward, and we'll see what happens. But this keeps showing up in the news. Just I don't know that there are some games that they've scrapped, but this is not anything necessarily out of the norm for big development studios. It happens. What is this? Yeah, Ash and Pikachu are getting killed, dude. They're dying, man. uh, we'll take a look at this real quick. It's not all gaming news there, really, but we'll take a peek at it. Yeah, dude. Games done quick is in effect right now, man. It's a great event. I've been promoting it before it even started. It kicked off yesterday, and I can't really say enough about that organization and what they do for charities. Right now, it's Prevent Cancer Foundation, and I highly recommend people go check out their channel and their website. I'll link it. I'll go ahead and bring this up so I don't forget, but I will give everybody information how to check out that schedule and their website. Okay. Games and gamers platform. What? It's by the Malaysian made video games. Really? All right, let's take a look at that. See what's going on there. Yes, video games have cognitive benefits for all people, specifically certain kinds of video games. Proven fact. Uh, yeah, we'll bring this up. We've talked about it already, but we'll go ahead and keep promoting free games that you can get on multiple platforms. Uh, Prime Gaming, Epic Games, things like that. I'm gonna try to get you guys as much information as I can about places you can get free software, free games. I will always do that to the best of my ability. Uh, Another Xbox Game Pass game leaks ahead of announcements. Take a look at that. Let's look at our other search real quick. Take a peek at that, see what's going on. Some new stuff, some new tech coming out for gamers from the CES show. We have that up. Generative AI, yeah, this is a big deal right now. This is going to be replacing people's jobs. There are a lot of people that are not real psyched about this. I mean, I'm not either. I think the thing that's kind of sucks about this is uh, basically what generative AI does. Quite often, it takes a lot of, for instance, like art that has been created by It'll take like a database of art that has thousands to millions of pieces of art that have been done by real people, right? And then you basically just put in words, and then it generates art based off of these real pieces of art that people have done. It kind of mashes them together, and then it generates art for you, really quick, and quite often it's very good stuff. Um, but it's going to replace people. It's going to take people's jobs. And the fact of the matter is, it's actually producing artwork based off of what humans have done in the past. Um, I think there's a lot of issues of ethics that come into um, this kind of situation. Will it ultimately keep most companies from utilizing generative AI for their projects moving forward? Absolutely not. Why? Because it's a much more cost effective solution than having to pay somebody to generate art for you or to uh, create music for you. You know, things like that. So um, it's a weird situation. It's just becoming very, very prominent nowadays, and we're going to be seeing more of it in the world that we love, which is gaming. It's already been utilized in a lot of projects. We saw what was it? Oh man, what was the game that came out? The creators of Rick and Morty. The I can't think of the name of that game right now. They used it for a lot of their artwork and stuff. I don't know. It's a rough situation all the way around to address. What? Latest leak suggests Sony might be working on a Starfield killer for the PS5. Okay. We don't even know if anybody needs to make a Starfield killer yet. We don't even know how good Starfield will be right now, but let's take a look at that. What? There wasn't a lot. I didn't want to watch that video, and there wasn't a lot of information in that text right there. That's a little bit weird, though. If there's something legitimate there, we'll see it in the news. Still, I didn't like what that article was pushing forward, though. It was kind of vague. It seemed like, anyways. Ooh, first prototype for Valve's Left 4 Dead has been leaked. Take a look at that. EA patent, new EA patent. What's this? EA patents to populate in-game maps with structures using AI. Yes, 6 games start working? What? I don't think that's worth diving into. Excuse me. All right, let's stick with this. This is what we'll do for the news today. The first prototype for Valve's Left 4 Dead has been leaked online. This Left 4 Dead leak is part of a bigger Counter-Strike Global Offensive leak that occurred a couple of days ago, and Wolf Clock Hole was able to make this prototype map playable. The origin of Left 4 Dead is here. It's really fascinating witnessing all these leaks the past few days. I don't really know what's going on. However, I really love this type of leak. Compared to the previous leaks, this one may seem a bit useless. I mean, we can't expect anything from it as this is a prototype and nothing more. Anyway, you can find a video that showcases this prototype in action. Enjoy. What is this?
Counter-Strike Condition Zero was a game that Valve outsourced to 4 or technically even 5 different developers over its prolonged and heavily delayed development cycle, the entire process of which I made a documentary about years ago. Check the link down below. Turtle Rock Studios was one of the developers that had their hands on the final version of Condition Zero after being taken away from Gearbox because they just took too long. Turtle Rock polished up Gearbox's version, shipped it, and that was that. There is a second part to that story that has been untold until right now. During the development of Turtle Rock's version of Counter-Strike Condition Zero, a game type was also being developed on top of that engine. It's unknown whether or not this game type was meant for Condition Zero or was a prototype of an entirely different game, but one of the maps that were created for this prototype was called Zombie City, an open-ended, brush-based, city-themed map where the terrorist team of up to 4 different players would fight against infinitely respawning counter-terrorists that were melee only. The point was to get from the beginning of the map to the end of the map, plant the bomb, and win. The goal was not to have the counter-terrorists defuse the bomb, it was to survive the ongoing waves of these counter-terrorists bots. Originally developed on Condition Zero, later saw more development on Counter-Strike Source and went under the codename Terror Strike. Now, up until recently, we only had a few low-resolution screenshots of Terror Strike, and one of the very first original assets created for this game was a model of a young adult woman. And now the puzzle pieces are probably fitting together for the viewers. This was the prototype for Left 4 Dead, created by Turtle Rock Studios in the early to mid 2000s. Terror Strike was a project that they worked on diligently for months, and it was around the time that things like the Half-Life 2 episodes, Portal, and Team Fortress were being developed that Chet Falasek, one of the co-writers of things like Portal 2, pitched the Terror Strike project to Gabe Newell and requested the ability to go down to California for a while and develop this prototype into something much bigger. Gabe Newell, of course, agreed, even though he apparently didn't fully understand the scope or potential of this project. Falasek helped shape the game, Turtle Rock developed it almost entirely in their own studio, and even for a time renamed their studio to Valve South. It all fell apart in the end, and although Turtle Rock was able to keep their independence, Valve got to keep the franchise and released Left 4 Dead 2, developed entirely in their own house. The point of the story is that Terror Strike, the first prototype that led to the development of one of the most important games Valve ever made, has been unseen until yesterday, because we have been going through, for some reason, massive amounts of in-development and canceled content from all over the industry leaking out onto the internet. No one knows why this is all happening at once, but the Valve community is getting a lot of information as well, taking the form of somehow a lot of unseen content from things like Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life 2. However, yesterday, or the day before I'm recording this, map sources, meaning the raw save data for the level editor that Valve uses, have leaked for Counter-Strike Source, and within it are a lot of interesting levels, including direct ports from Counter-Strike Condition Zero that never saw the light of day, entirely unreleased levels that, although unfinished, play well, and some game modes that were never released, such as a moving bomb point that's actually a truck that moves around cobble, territorial control that seems to be a prototype for Team Fortress 2, and of course, Zombie City, the very first prototype map that was originally developed in the Gold Source engine, ported to the Source engine, and is fully playable. It's a small proof of concept, and it is the proof of concept that got Turtle Rock the relationship with Valve that led to Left 4 Dead. This is one of the most historically significant and important leaks that have taken place over the last few months. This is the inception of Left 4 Dead, and it's totally playable even right now. You just have to set up a server that allows for a lot of counter-terrorists to respawn and have a couple of your friends run through the map attempting to be able to plant that bomb and win the game. Very interesting to be able to see where the core gameplay mechanics of Left 4 Dead were starting to form. However, this version was really just about the cooperative communication that it takes to fight against up to 30 different counter-terrorists. This map is available for download on Game Banana. One of my friends put it up there, and it's available for anybody to play directly in Counter-Strike Source. There's so much to learn from the development of Valve's games in the early to mid-2000s because of these massive leaks. A lot of information about Half-Life 2's development is starting to be found, even though it seems like we already had everything. Not even close. And to be honest, this is probably not the last time something's going to leak. It just keeps happening. But so far, this is my favorite thing that has leaked in a long time. It is truly the inception point of Left 4 Dead. Incredible. Crazy.
That's pretty wild,
I'm gonna try and keep everybody updated on the ongoing leaks at the Valve community, and hell, pretty much everything else. It seems like Duke Nukem gets a new game leaked every couple of days. So follow me on Twitter and join my Discord server. Both of those are down in the description below. And if you want to see more videos like this, think about supporting me on my Floatplane or Patreon pages, also down below. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. This isn't a news channel, it's just a me channel, and I'll talk to you later. Adios.
Oh, sick. It's cool, man. Very cool, man. Nice. That's pretty neat. Good stuff, dude. Nice. Very good video. That's pretty wild. It's crazy how like information like that can stay talking like almost 20 years. A couple of decades, I think. that info has just kind of stayed under wraps. And now all of a sudden it's like just leaking out everywhere. It's just like, it's pretty wild, man. EA patents to populate in-game maps with structures using AI. The patent will generate position of map items for placement on in-game maps. The influence of EA dawns upon most of the gaming industry, altering the community as we know it. Expectedly, it has also come to the fore by advancing many cutting-edge technologies used by creators to brew games efficiently. EA has been firing away its futuristic ideas in the form of patents to secure them from its rivals. The latest published patent from EA discusses automating several tedious steps faced by developers while populating in-game maps with different structures. The American company has created a patent dubbed Generating Positions of Map Items for Placement on a Virtual Map, which concerns alleviating the wearisome procedure normally used in creating in-game maps. The neural networks will yield positions of map items to place them to populate game worlds efficiently. It will provide access control over the configuration of map items generated on the map. System concerns placing structures like buildings of all kinds. It also elaborates on other architecture like railways, parks, bridges, tunnels, canals, and other similar structures used in creating large AAA-sized open worlds in games. The proposed method by EA will let developers create large AAA-sized game worlds adeptly by letting them quickly go through different designs of virtual cities in real time. The patent, if adopted, will provide more ease and swiftness in developing AAA games by using neural networks to create positions for structures to place them on game maps. The patent discussed the present issues faced by developers in creating huge virtual worlds, calling the current process time-consuming due to the manual tuning of many hyperparameters. Thus, the patent will generate the positions of map items such as buildings or other structures for placement on a virtual map. Game developers typically use real-world existing maps to nurture games to generate realistic urban cities. Using these maps assures that some features, like the roads and water bodies, are already present. Regardless, these maps mostly lack the crucial info about buildings and other map items required to create video game worlds. Excuse me. Filling the gaps left by the missing information requires a lot of time and resources by developers. EA offers a solution for the impediments, in the patent by allowing, quote, a user to easily control the configuration of map items generated on the map while generating map items in a realistic manner, taking into account the various features on the map. EA's new patent will allow users to quickly iterate through different designs of virtual cities in real time and obviate the need to manually tune the many parameters required by conventional techniques. Users could swiftly go through many designs suggested by the AI instead of manually tinkering with each detail. The patent deals with determining the positions of structures such as a building or other structures such as a park. It also elaborates on different building types and other constructs, including vegetation, railways, roads, and the like. The proposed method will utilize various neural networks to automate several manual steps. So this is what you would see, like a top-down view of this map blank, and then this is like the it being populated by the AI with different buildings and parks and things like that, right? The system will train a generator neural network to find the positions of map items for their placement on game maps. Generator neural network will be trained through one or more examples to work on its own. EA further elaborates, each training example comprises map data comprising one or more channels of positional information for a region, 2, a latent vector, and 3, at least one ground truth placement of map items. The patent also uses the word latent vector, which is simply a collection of data concerning each of the map items or structures that are placed in the virtual world. It will be updated by training. Training the generator neural network will enhance the effectiveness of how structures are populated on the map. So the AI learns as well, basically. After the generator neural network is trained, the learned latent vectors may be used to easily control the style with which buildings or other map items are generated on new maps in an accurate and realistic manner. EA also articulates about the discriminator neural network. Discriminator neural network will calculate how the structures are placed on virtual maps to certify that the proposed method places them correctly. Quote, a discriminator neural network determines an estimated probability of the generated placement of map items being a generated placement of map items or a ground truth placement of map items. Both the discussed neural networks may be trained together and multiple times for compelling results. The algorithm will place structures based on variables like an estimated probability. A map item may be placed on each subregion out of a set of subregions of the main region of the virtual map based on probability. It will generate placement data of map items for the map data using the probability for each subregion. The patent by EA will ensure the quality of the system. The methods will expertly place particular structures in virtual worlds to create automated yet realistic experiences. However, is just a patent waiting to be realized as of now, which is just taking a grain of salt. Yeah, I was getting ready to say that same thing. Since EA may never utilize the innovating prospect. Nevertheless, using an automation system to generate positions for the placement of in-game structures will bring forth a massive shift in the gaming community. Developers could create quality AAA experiences only in a short amount of time by populating game maps using the power of artificial intelligence. EA's latest patent will also aid developers by removing the hardships faced during development. Being able to iterate through different designs of virtual game maps in real time using AI will give creators more options. Moreover, we could see an increase in massive and more detailed game worlds moving forward. Yeah. We read about new patents quite often. This is an intriguing one. But again, like they said in this, and I'll throw it in here in case anybody wants to like deep dive into what some of this actually means a little bit further. A lot we come across patents that a lot of these big developers are trying to develop for their software. There's a chance this will come to fruition for them. There's a good chance that it won't. Patents sometimes just kind of sit and die. They don't necessarily come to fruition. So a lot of times the ideas behind what these patents are showing us initially are neat, but they don't necessarily translate well when trying to be put into play, right? So we'll just have to wait and see. We see a lot of this kind of stuff, but I think the main thing to take into account here is that EA has this patent. They're trying to work on implementing this within their software and development processes moving forward. We'll see if it's something that actually comes to fruition for them, okay? Latest leak suggests Sony might be working on a Starfield killer for the PS5. They not. It's like, Starfield's not even out yet. How do you know if you need a Starfield killer if Starfield isn't even out yet? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Give me a break. Just okay. Sony PlayStation Studios are working on several PS5 games currently. We are aware of some of them. Some are rumored, and others are confirmed to hit the game screen soon. Talking of some being in the rumors, it seems there are some that will be attracting eyes, as it seems a Starfield competitor might step into the gaming sphere. Video games have always been the talk of the town. The franchise revivals and reboots of established franchises are always celebrated by the community. I don't know if always. In fact, they have kind of been the trend lately. On the other hand, new games are nothing but welcomed in the community any day. And it seems there's some gameplay leak that is said to be one of those new franchises. Recently, very short gameplay footage of an upcoming Sony sci-fi role-playing game has leaked on the internet. The game is said to be in development under XDev. XDev is Sony's one of those developers that work with third-party studios to create more optimized experiences for PlayStation consoles. Previously, they have worked on games like the Wipeout Collection, Death Stranding, and Returnal. Currently, they are confirmed to be working on Rise of the Ronin with Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. It does not come as a surprise the studio is actually working with a third-party developer on this leaked game. The leaked footage shows a player character in the third person standing on some sort of bridge-like structure. This character overlooks a vast area where we can see a huge creature and a lot of commotion around it. The game seems to be to already be giving Mass Effect vibes. Some fans are suggesting this game is being developed to compete with the upcoming Bethesda sci-fi RPG Starfield. It makes sense if Sony wants to give PlayStation users the chance to play a game as Starfield. It's basically an Xbox exclusive now. Aside from it also coming to PC. Even though Starfield is pretty close to launch, this new sci-fi RPG has not even been revealed. This upcoming sci-fi RPG is one of the latest games being developed in Epic Games' latest Unreal Engine 5. This new engine has pretty much instantly been adopted by the industry. Already, there are numerous games that have been announced for it. From The Witcher 3, Witcher 1 Remake, and Fable Reboot to a number of other games, it seems like Unreal Engine 5's Lumens and Nanites would be a main focus in this generation. We cannot wait to see how these new technologies affect gaming as a whole. Which game are you looking forward to playing? Okay, that's kind of vague, but where's the leaked footage at, though, dude? Not available to watch. Okay. Well, I don't know. Starfield Killer? That's a bold statement on two counts. For one, because Starfield hasn't even been released yet. So how do you know if another studio or another platform actually even needs a Starfield Killer at this point? It might not be good, but it might be awesome too. Starfield could be great, and coming with a statement like Sony's creating a Starfield Killer, that's a bold statement, like, come on, man. Instead of just saying, Sony is potentially, has a project in the works to compete with Xbox's, upcoming sci-fi adventure of Starfield. It's like, come on, dude. Like, Jesus. I guess that's what gets people to click. Maybe I don't know, man. Prime Gaming adds The Evil Within 2, Far Away 2, and more free games in January. Yeah, look, man, there's an issue with this, though. Prime Gaming is giving away 6 titles in January this month to Amazon Prime subscribers. The most notable title this month is Evil Within 2, which is an amazing game. I highly recommend playing the first one before you play the second one. We played both of them in Scaretober of 2021, and they were great. Go grab it for free right now, though. The other free games this January include Far Away 2, Breath Edge, Lawn Mowing Simulator, Beat Cop, and Chicken Police Paint It Red. Evil Within 2 is a survival horror game that was released in 2017. It was developed by Tango Gameworks. The game follows Castellanos, a detective searching for his daughter Lily. Yeah. Lawn Mowing Simulator needs no introduction, as the title explains the game itself. Breath Edge is a space survival title. This is supposed to be a great game as well. This is another great game they're giving away. Far Away 2 is a puzzle game. Beat Cop is a retro title. And Chicken Police is a noir adventure title. Here's the deal, though. You can also get Dishonored 2 right now. That's also something you can get right now. So, look, there are a lot of games to grab right now. This is like a list of them. Far Away 2, Evil Within 2, Beat Cop, Chicken Police, Lawn Mowing Simulator, Breath Edge, Dishonored 2, Metal Slug X, Metal Slug 3, Real Bout, Fatal Fury 2, The King of Fighters, The Last Blade 2, Twinkle Star Sprites, SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. What a lot of these sites are not telling you right now, which is something that I had to kind of figure out. I have Prime, but it's a bit weird. There are games that are given away through Prime Gaming that are just part of their platform. So they have like a desktop application that you can download and install, and there are a certain amount of games that they give away that you just claim and you own through Amazon and their desktop application. So you can install them through that platform. You can play them through that platform. But then they have these other titles that you claim, and then they give you a code, right? And the code allows you to go use that code to claim the game through another platform. So say GOG or Origin or EA Play, whatever. There are a lot of different platforms. And so what's weird is that if you're using the desktop application, quite often it will only show you the games you can claim for free that are only part of Amazon's that you can play through Amazon. Like for instance, whenever I saw that these were being given away at Evil Within 2, even though I already owned it, Faraway 2, Breath Edge, Lawn Mowing Simulator, stuff like that. I went in to the desktop app and I went to claim some of these, and there were only about half of these that I could see, and I didn't understand what was going on. So what it is I think it's like Breath Edge, Faraway 2, and Chicken Police. These specifically are games that you own outright through Amazon Prime. Yeah, dude, me too. I know it weirds me out, dude. It weirds me out. I like that you got mountain as well. So we've all got. We're gonna have to start like we're gonna have to start a mountain channel in the Discord so we can just keep posting pictures of our mountains, dude. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? So, these other titles like The Evil Within 2, what is it? Lawn Mowing Simulator, Beat Cop. These are all games that you have to claim and get a code for, and then you have to go to, I think it's GOG right now. Those are all games that you claim through GOG with a code that you get through Amazon Prime Gaming. But you can only get that code through their web-based. As far as I've been able to tell, you can only get it through their web-based site. You can't get it through their actual desktop application, which is really, really, really weird. But know that, okay? I could eat a peach for days, dude. It died. The peach died. Rip, dude. That sucks. That's a quote from the movie Face Off from back in the day. So yeah, look, the thing you need to know is like if you want to own all these games, if you first of all you have to have Amazon Prime, right? You have to have an Amazon Prime account. You have to have that subscription. If you don't, there are ways to get free trials. If you want to try to get these free games right now, there are ways to get free trials of Amazon Prime. You just got to look into it. But know that if you've got the desktop application, some of these games aren't going to show up. The ones that you actually have to get a code for and redeem through other platforms will not show up through the desktop application. You actually have to access Amazon Prime through their website, Prime Gaming's website, and get the codes through there. It's a really weird situation. I don't know what's going on with Amazon right now, but that's what I figured out on my own. So know that, okay? But these are some notable games, especially The Evil Within 2 and Breath Edge. Man, these are some great games that you should be going and grabbing right now if you have. I mean, all of them. You should grab all of them, but especially these are the more notable ones if you have Prime. Okay. I accidentally yeeted a wooden pallet and out. Dude, I've done that with a few items. Yeah, I've like picked up items and just like chunked them, just messing around back into space. And I was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. On the same note, look, man, don't forget to get your free games. Kerbal Space Program is free right now, and Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. This is their Aiko's Choice is their standalone expansion. So you don't have to have the base game. You shouldn't have to have the base game to play this. They did give away the base game a few weeks ago maybe. So grab these free games. Get ready because in about 3 days, First Class Trouble will be the next title given away. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've done the same thing, dude. Yep. I was like, oh no, and I tried to like click on it to get it back, and the game was like, no, sorry, man, you yeeted that thing. that's that's space junk now. Xbox Game Pass. Game leaks ahead of announcement. Game Pass offers subscribers access to a massive number of titles, and it looks like a new one has leaked ahead of an official announcement. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, yeah, for sure, buddy. I figured that was probably the issue. I was hoping, anyways, because that's an easy fix. If it wasn't that, I was going to be kind of worried. Yeah, it would have taken a little bit more time to figure it out. I'm glad that was it, dude. It looks like a new one has leaked ahead of an official announcement. Multiple Game Pass subscribers have reported receiving a push notification on the app related. Did you like that GIF I sent you last night? Related to Shadow Warrior 3. The notification makes it sound like Shadow Warrior. Oh, I saw your message this morning, dude. I slept. Don't know why it stopped. Yeah, I don't know either, dude. Who knows? Who knows? I haven't had that happen to myself yet, but who knows, dude? Yeah, I didn't go in and change it. Yeah, yeah, I didn't figure you did. I haven't had that happen to myself yet, luckily, you know. But whenever you changed it back, did you get the VODs from the previous it didn't it just didn't record your previous streams, right? So it's just starting now, like all the ones that you're doing now are now saved as VODs, right? I'm assuming that's the way that works. The notification makes it sound like Shadow Warriors 3 is available now, though that is not the case on Game Pass itself. Most likely scenario here is that Xbox accidentally sent the notification ahead of an actual announcement. The game is going to be announced for the service in the near future. An image of the push notification was shared on Twitter by at Commodius1. It can be found embedded below. As of this writing, Microsoft has not addressed the leak, nor the publisher Devolver Digital. It's not too surprising, but hopefully the companies won't keep fans waiting too long on an official announcement. Notification has drawn a lot of interest on social media, and it seems like a lot of people are excited for the game to release on Xbox Game Pass. For those unfamiliar with the title, Shadow Warrior 3 released last year on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Developed by Flying Wild Hog, the third series entry once again puts players in the role of protagonist Lo Wang. First-person shooters reviews seem to be generally lower than the previous entry in the series, but overall reception seemed to be mostly good. For anyone that might have held off on purchasing the game as a result, a Game Pass release could be the perfect opportunity to see what it has to offer. Yeah, till we get some kind of official announcement, just wait. But probably pretty good information that this is going to be coming. Okay, and we'll see. We'll see. It was recording them. It just wasn't posting. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. So once you hit that button, they all showed up after that. That's all it was. They just weren't showing up for you. That's interesting. I didn't figure it would work like that. Neat. Good deal. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh man. Oh dude. Yeah, I slept. I slept all day yesterday and all night last night. Like I'm just beat up, dude. I'm super beat up. Um I I literally did the news yesterday morning and then I went back to sleep until early afternoon, man. I slept a long time. I slept yesterday morning after the stream till early afternoon. I woke up. I ate a late lunch, early dinner. Watched the Stars had an early afternoon game, dude. So I woke up like right before that game. I watched the Stars game, and then dude, I went back to sleep at like 8 o'clock. I was up for about 5 or 6 hours. I went back to sleep. And I slept all night long too. I'm so beat up right now, dude. I'm still just wasted, tired, man. This sickness has really just beat me up, man. um, from bees to bullets, CS Tech Show gives gamers the feels. At the CS Tech Show, the video game industry is showing off just how lifelike gaming can be made with new vests, head cushions, and other simulation products. This is gonna get gaming's get back. The virtual virtual space is gonna get real weird, dude. There's gonna be some really cool stuff. There's gonna be some really weird stuff too. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Getting shot, standing in a downpour, being surrounded by bees, none are ideal, but for gamers, feeling the sensation of each is the goal. the CS Tech Show, the video game industry is showing off just how lifelike gaming can be made with new vests, head cushions, and other simulation products. Lots of consumers are doing games. They're looking for gaming hardware. Kuik Kwak of B Haptics told AFP as he demonstrated his company's vest and gloves at the Las Vegas gathering, which ends on Sunday. The haptic vest replicates the feeling of action playing out in the virtual world, while matchmaking haptic gloves add a feeling of touch. People are not just using our vest for getting shot. They can feel the wind or rain or even bees in virtual reality. Gaming hardware company Razer shows off excuse me, what what it said was the world's first surround sound audio and a haptics head cushion called Project Carol, which allows gamers to feel everything behind them, placing them firmly in the middle of the action. Razer also said it will release an Edge handheld gaming unit in the United States on January 26th. We saw that. The Edge handheld, think, if you haven't seen this, think of the Steam Deck, right? But instead of it being something for a specific platform like Steam or Epic or something like that, it's actually more for cloud gaming. So I don't know how well that's going to be utilized, because really what that, I mean, the big critical thing that a handheld like that is going to hinge on is somebody constantly having an internet connection, you know. Razer's not the only device. There's the, what is it? It was Logitech and Tencent came out with a device similar. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I mean, for me, honestly, if I was going to be spending 400 on a handheld right now, it'd be on the Steam Deck. It would be an easy choice for me. But everybody's situation's different, you know. So Razer is one of multiple companies, including Dell and Acer, that showed off laptops sporting rich screens and mighty computer chips meant to tempt gamers who crave speed and immersion. Gaming computers powered by the latest chips from rivals AMD and NVIDIA were also on display. Modern games with increasingly lifelike visuals require new levels of graphics horsepower, said AMD Graphics Unit Senior Vice President Scott Herkelman. Good old Scott Herkelman. NVIDIA also announced that its GeForce Now cloud gaming video game service would be included in vehicles for the first time thanks to an alliance with Hyundai Motor Group, BYD, and Polestar. The ability to stream games to the car is a key component of the future. Look, yeah, I mean, it's also real sketchy. We're not at a point right now where automation in vehicles, driverless vehicles, is really a prominent thing. It's not even a thing that we see even very often at all. We see, you know, things like Tesla has the automatic driver feature or whatever, but it's something that people are not, they're still supposed to be like paying attention and driving the car. Really, I mean, we see crashes happening all the time with it. So it's like, you know, as driverless cars become an actual real life concept where it's being integrated into our world, yeah, obviously entertainment is going to become a huge factor into vehicles, because what else, you know, that's what people are going to want to do. They're going to want to spend that time focusing on what their hobbies are, or what is entertaining to them, right? Whether it be watching a show or playing a game or reading a book or, you know, well, what have you. So this is obviously the way things are going, but it's a dangerous thing right now too. Even if the driver isn't playing the game, if there are screens all over the car, that's very distracting for a driver too, you know? So, I don't know. It's an interesting thing that's going on right now with vehicles. I don't know. There's more. There's more in here about. I think the big thing I was wanting to see was the haptic stuff. We talk about the haptics. Haptics in gaming is immersion, right? I mean, and this is where a lot of tech is there are a lot of companies really focusing on haptics, haptic feedback, and our virtual worlds are really coming a long ways. They have come a long ways. Our virtual hardware, it's very immersive right now, but the thing that isn't really bringing us to the forefront of that immersion is the fact that the rest of our senses aren't really um, getting the experience yet. Whether you talk about taste or touch or smell, things like that, right? Um, so that's where the haptic stuff comes in. Now, whenever haptics really, the technology behind that evolves, that's where the virtual worlds are going to get really scary because it'll be you see already with like Unreal Engine 5 how realistic things look. Things look it's hard to differentiate between real world and what is actually created in that engine. And then if you incorporate uh, a really good haptic feedback system for us that integrates all the other senses for us into that environment, it's going to be hard for us to differentiate between real life and a virtual world. So it's it's actually going to get a little bit scary. It's like it's going to be like Matrix. You know what I mean? We're not as far away from it, I don't think, as a lot of people realize. How to watch Games Done Quick 2023. Look, I'm just going to give you links. Games Done Quick. Okay, Games Done Quick. Golly, dude, are you kidding me? Here, I got you. All right, I got you. Games Done Quick, and here's their bruh. What? Oh, because it's live now. It just looks different. This is their main site, right? They have a Twitch page as well, but this is the embedded for their website. This is the embed from their Twitch channel, and you can watch everything that's going on for them right now. This is an amazing charitable organization. They do 2 events every single year, one in the winter, one in the summer. Okay, that's their main page. This is their schedule as well, and you can see. Do they have it highlighted? Yeah, this is where we are right now. Yeah, so you can see the highlight is where we're at. Give me 1 second. Apologies. Okay, let's get back in this. So, um, first of all, Games Done Quick. It's a great organization. It's a charitable organization. Right now, it is for they're getting donations for this event. All the donations that are received are going towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Okay, um, so whenever you donate, you get like the chance, depending on how much you donate, you get it in put into these kind of raffles for winning certain kinds of prizes and stuff like that. So there's that kind of thing, but ultimately what it's about is trying to give to these charities. But this is a great organization that has been set up around the community that we love, which is gamers, right? And it's all speedrunning stuff. So if you take a look, this is where they're at right now. They're doing Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny. It is roughly going to take about 10 minutes, right? From no, not 10 minutes. Wait, what is this? Setup length. That's setup length. So this is the runtime, right? So this is the time and length So this is when it's supposed to start. Was at 7:01 our time. So they're roughly like 25 minutes in at this point. The run in total is supposed to take around an hour and 10 to an hour and 15 minutes. It shows who's running, who's doing the broadcasting for this run. So what the schedule does is, if you're not wanting to like sit around and watch every single run that's happening, you can just look at what games you're interested in and kind of be ready to go take a look at those whenever they start. Okay, but this is happening all the way through the 15th. This is an amazing organization for charity, and I highly recommend going and checking them out. Okay, it's good stuff. We've got roughly, what, I don't know, 6 more days left, and it's 24 hours every day. It doesn't stop. It just goes and goes and goes. Okay, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's great content, and maybe if you can afford a small donation or something, it's for a great cause. Okay. All new games and gamers platforms shine spotlight on Malaysian-made video games. The Malaysian video game industry has enjoyed exponential growth in the last few years, with locally made indie games like No Straight Roads and the Simulacra trilogy gaining international fame and recognition. To promote the growth even further, Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation have partnered with digital storefront games and gamers to develop an all-new digital platform that will officially launch in 2023, offering various Malaysian titles for gamers to pick up. G&G provides a platform for local studios to share their achievements and creativity with the gaming community, enabling them to get progressive feedback from gamers and continue developing games and improve their portfolio. Apologies. All right. Oh god, dude. Um, So G&G Games and Gamers provides a platform for local studios to share their achievements and creativity with the gaming community, enabling them to get progressive feedback from gamers and continue developing games and improve their portfolio. This one-stop platform for all gamers offers low prices and bundle discounts on games, makes the promotion of local games to the regional market easier. The platform currently offers numerous Malaysian games for sale. The G&G platform has many well-known Malaysian developers on board with a wide selection of genres such as action, adventure, multiplayer, indie, racing, role-playing, sports, shooter, simulation, strategy, and visual novels. The list of games currently available on the Games and Gamer store are Masketeers, Asian Alley, Thousands Layered Edge, Don't Stop the Party, Bacon Switch, Race Room Mobile, and Zombie Soup. Simulacra, Simulacra 2, and Simulacra 3, Dying Flame and Amnesiac Adventure, Job Mania, What Happened, and Wobbly Jungle, Music Man, D-Light, The Journey Home, Legend by Magnus Game Studios, Project Unifying Dead Underworld, Endura, Blood Bond, Itino, and Homestray, Sky Age, Kanamura, and Horatio. Connector 13. G&G can also serve as a validation platform as it enables players to provide a rating for the individual games alongside sharing feedback on the game and how developers can further improve their games. Developers can reach out to over 200 community members across Southeast Asia upon joining the G&G platform, consisting of many streamers in Southeast Asia. There's also a Discord community server where developers can host custom game nights for the community to come together for a series of games. Cool. Nice. If you're interested, here you go. It's to you guys. Here you go. Pokemon World is getting ready for a teary farewell while reshoots are underway for Borderlands. We are in for a relatively quiet day in the world of gaming news as we have the air date of Ash Ketchum's final episode of Pokemon. Reshoots are taking place for Borderlands with a different director, and a YouTuber's gaming company is gearing up for the release of their first game. I don't know if we'll look at that, but prepare to bid farewell to Ash Ketchum. We don't have much longer before we have to say goodbye to the protagonist of Pokemon for the last 25 years, Ash Ketchum. I wonder if they're talking about the Docs game, maybe. We now know the air date of the first episodes of the anime in Japan, with Ash Ketchum's adventure coming to a close starting January 13th. According to a Famitsu article, the final episodes will see Ash together again with his original companions Misty and Brock. We've known for a while now that the final episodes of Ash's journey will act as a swan song before shifting to the story of a new protagonist. We now know that the original theme is being remade for those final episodes. Move aside, Squirtle. Some Pokemon trainers are going to be streaming some tears when those episodes air later in the month. The 11-episode journey of Ash Ketchum is expected to wrap up in April. Borderlands might be in trouble as a new director helms reshoots. In news surprising absolutely nobody, the Borderlands movie might be in trouble. Boasting an all-star cast like Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black, the Borderlands movie is currently undergoing reshoots. Eli Roth directed the film, but because of scheduling conflicts, he was unable to return for the reshoots. Instead, the reshoots are being helmed by the director of Deadpool and Terminator Dark Fate, Tim Miller. Borderlands wrapped back in 2021, so this is not the first bad omen to come out of the film, since with the silence of 2022 acting deafening. If you're not familiar with the franchise, Borderlands follows 4 vault hunters who attempt to find a vault on the planet of Pandora after being contacted by a guardian angel. It is a comedic looter shooter set in the future, and hopefully the film version will capture that comedic tone. We have no word on when the film will release. Yikers, dude. Yeah, okay. A lot of big name actors in that, but yeah, that's a weird situation. No Man's Sky creator makes first game free for everyone. Before creating No Man's Sky, Sean Murray and Hello Games released Joe Danger on PS3 back in 2010. The game has released on a number of platforms in the years since, and now Joe Danger is playable through browsers for free. According to Murray, the game is playable on Mac, PC, Chrome, and Linux, and players can expect improved visuals, mouse and keyboard support, and more. While Joe Danger is drastically different from No Man's Sky, fans of the latter game might be interested in playing the former to see how Murray and Hello Games got their start. A trailer for Joe Danger can be found in the tweet embedded below. Readers can try the game for themselves right here. Yeah, it's just playable through browser. Joe Danger's release should come as great news for fans. Over the last few years, the game has had a rocky history in terms of availability. An iOS version released in 2013, but eventually became unplayable. After receiving an email from the parent of an autistic child that loved the game, the developer went to work on a remastered version. The game became available on iOS again last January, but the experience made Murray think about the way so many video games become unplayable after a period of time. Joe Danger's free release is intended as one way of trying to ensure the game can continue to live on. That's great. Video game preservation has increasingly become a concern for the industry. As a whole, the industry has always been bad at preserving things like concept art and even full games. As we see the release of more wholly digital titles, more and more games are in danger of becoming lost media. It's on developers and publishers to keep their games available to the public, and it's nice to see someone like Murray taking active steps to keep his game available. This way, fans have come to love Joe Danger, can continue to enjoy it, and newcomers can discover it for the first time. That's great. Here, if you guys need this, want to see where you can play Joe Danger for free, web-based version, there it is. All right. Oh, man. Here's the final article I have for the day. All right. And then we'll try to get some gaming done for a little while today. Oh, man. Sorry. If you were not aware, we've talked about this for a while, but Google is shutting down its cloud gaming service Stadia this month. All right. On like 10 days from now, 9 days from now. All right. Stadia is a cloud gaming service that allowed players to access a wide range of video games through the internet. The search engine giant has announced they're officially shutting down Stadia on January 18th. This was announced towards the end of last year. So we've been kind of anticipating this happening, right? There was rumors for a while last year this was happening. Google kept kind of trying to say, no, it's not going to happen, where everything's fine. But then it became official. According to a statement by the company, Google Stadia did not generate enough traction that they first anticipated. Quote, players will continue to have access to their games library and play through January 18th, like 9 days from now, so they can complete final play sessions. We will be refunding all Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store and all game and add-on content purchases made through the Stadia Store. We expect to have the majority of refunds completed by mid-January, the statement added. With Stadia, players could play games on a variety of devices, including TVs, laptops, and smartphones, as long as they had a compatible screen and a good internet connection. One of the main features of Stadia was that it allowed players to access games in up to 4K resolution and at high frame rates. This means that players could experience high-quality graphics and smooth gameplay, even on devices that might not be powerful enough to run the games natively, including some smart TVs. In addition, Stadia allowed players to use a variety of controllers, including the Stadia controller, as well as select third-party controllers. So another thing that you need to know is that Google has been working with other with software, gaming software developers that have games on the Stadia platform. There's a lot of like Ubisoft games, things like that, right? Where they've been working with these developers to find ways to allow Stadia users to transfer their gameplay, their saved files and stuff like that over to different platforms. So if you are somebody that has been utilizing Stadia, you bought into Stadia, you've been playing games on Stadia, quite often, or at least to some extent, there has been some coordination between Google and other software developers to be able to transfer your save files over to other platforms, so you can not lose those saves, okay? Not lose those save states. And even maybe, if you had certain games on Stadia but not on those platforms, you can now have the game on other platforms, as a result of Stadia shutting down. You should be doing some research and looking into it. As well as, if you have not received a refund yet from Stadia, you should be looking into making sure that you're getting your refund, okay? What I got, man. That is what I've got. Yeah. We're gonna move on. We're gonna try to get some gaming in today. I didn't get any gaming done in yesterday. I've been sick, unfortunately, and we're gonna push, man. We're gonna go get day 29 of Breath of the Wild going, okay? Before that, though, let me say thank you to everybody that's part of this community. You guys are amazing. I appreciate everything you do to create such an amazing space for me and all of us to be a part of here. Also, shout out to everybody that was part of this new segment this morning. You guys rock. If you're checking out this this video gaming news segment as a VOD later on the Twitch channel or on YouTube, and you're enjoying it, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself, the rest of this amazing community, whenever we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. We start off with video gaming news before we move on to whatever gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, you guys stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for January 10th edition of Video Gaming News, and it'll be day 30 of Breath of the Wild. Cool? Trying to get Breath of the Wild finished up before we move on to the forest. All right?